Good morning, motherfuckers, and welcome to my channel. I'll be your bartender for today, and once again, I'm making a cocktail for the legendary Dragon of Hololive, Kiryu Coco. Yes, Coco was so larger than life that she deserves 2 cocktails, if not more. But to be serious, Coco has 2 sides to her, I would say. One is very mature, reliable, and commanding of respect, while the other is wild, memey, and absolutely batshit insane. I made a cocktail representing each side, and instead of debating which one is more fitting and whatnot, I decided to just make both into a video. She was a giant at the time, so I think that it's only fitting. So now I'd like to spend some time today talking about what I love most about Coco's more wild side, and where else to start but with the Reddit shitpost review. If you didn't know, I took my YouTube icon from one of the memes featured on the reviews, so-called Chunkus Face, but the whole series was just so monumental in fostering relations between us Kaigai Nikis and the JP talents, as having someone to translate our more Western humor for the JP girls was so amazing. I think without it, the branches would be more isolated, separated, and we wouldn't have such a wealth of cross-cultural pollination that we have today. Yes, and the reviews also led to the spontaneous, explosive growth of the Hololive subreddit, as everyone scrambled to post their memes there in hopes of getting featured. And by featuring different guests with each review, the memes would always change to fit the co-host, leading to all these inside jokes and talent quirks being shared around with everybody, and it felt like you really knew everybody in Hololive. That spirit of discovery remains with us today, and I think it's only right that we pay our respects. But anyways, I could probably give a whole dissertation about why Kiryu Coco was so important for the meme space, but that's not what we're doing here today. So let's talk about the cocktail and the ingredients. So there's a rather infamous cocktail out there known as the Long Island iced tea, and it's known for being a relatively cheap way of getting yourself very wasted very quickly. While that might be true for most places out there, if you portion out the ingredients appropriately, you can end up with a pretty enjoyable drink that will fuck you up if you have too many, but I digress. There are many variations of that cocktail out there, and one of them is called the Adios Motherfucker. It's one of the most popular. So I'll be taking that namesake and adapting it for the Good Morning Motherfucker. For ingredients, we're going to need vodka, gin, Japanese whiskey, and orange Curacao. You can see where things can get a bit out of hand here. We're also going to need peach syrup and fresh lemon juice. And I have some sparkling water. This one here is peach flavored, but feel free to use whatever you can get. We're also going to need peach bitters and saline solution. Now let's make the cocktail. This cocktail can be made in the glass, or you could just put in the shaker and give it a quick shake just to mix things up, which I'll be doing. So grab your shaker and add ice. Now I'll be adding the syrup. We're going to be adding 1 1/4 ounce of peach syrup. Now, this is quite a bit of syrup. I usually like to do equal parts of the syrup and the lemon juice, but the reason why we're doing so much syrup today is because the original recipe of the AMF calls to be topped with lemon lime soda or Sprite, which is quite sweet, and the sparkling water that I'm using today is sugar-free. So the syrup is essentially going to be flavoring both the cocktail and this soda water that we're going to be pouring into our drink. But feel free to adjust to your own tastes. This cocktail is meant to be on the sweeter side anyways, so yeah, you can add as much as you want. Okay, 1 1/4 ounce of peach syrup. Next, we're going to add 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. From now on, the recipe is going to be quite simple. It's going to be all equal parts of the liquors, 1/2 ounce each. So start with 1/2 ounce of vodka. Now 1/2 ounce of gin. Now 1/2 ounce of white rum. 1/2 ounce of Japanese whiskey. And then 1/2 ounce of orange Curacao. Now 2 dashes of peach bitters. And 2 drops of saline solution. Okay, now cap it off and give it a quick shake. Okay, now I'm going to grab a highball glass and we're going to add ice to it. I also like to add a little bit of the soda water first, just to make sure that things mix evenly. So just add a splash. Now pour in the rest of your cocktail into the glass. And now top with more soda. Now for garnish, I have this lemon wheel here. I'm just going to put it to the side of the glass, like so. Now we're going to put in our straw. And there you have it. I present to you the Good Morning Motherfucker. We have a nice orangish drink to match Coco's color scheme. And we also have the lemon wheel here, representing not only the sun rising ahead of our new morning, but also the signature pin of the Kiryu Coco. I hope this cocktail managed to capture the essence of the OG dragon of Hololive. Now let's give it a taste. Let's try and stir it. And give it a smell. So I'm getting mostly a very strong peach scent, of course. That peach syrup is pretty intense, but there's also a bit of some warming orangey spices from the orange Curacao, and of course a little bit of that booze on the back end. Let's give it a sip. Not bad, it's pretty sweet up front. Of course we got a lot of that syrup, and of course there's sweetness from the orange Curacao. But yeah, it's very peachy, a bit orangey, and of course that booze kind of sneaks up on you. This drink is a little deadly. The effervescence is really nice, and that and the sweetness really hides the taste of the alcohol. So yeah, I would not recommend you have too many of these, but I really can't think of a better way to celebrate the end of the Year of the Dragon and wake up to a brand new morning than with this drink. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please leave your happy thoughts of Coco in the comments down below. If you have an idea for a motherfucker-based cocktail, please let me know. I know you're out there living your best life. So, Happy New Year, Coco. And I hope to see you in the next video. Cheers, and thank you.